You know, y'all only wish you could be as fashion forward as me out here in my Amazon clothing and $5 t-shirt. Got my $20 hat on. My son's judging me in the background. Just out here killing it. Just out here killing it. My dog judges me. Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Be sure to smash that like button before we get started. Guys, in today's video, we are talking more camp stuff, and I am also going over some things about Schoolypalooza, the RTR, and we're even talking about loneliness. Let's get started. I've been getting some work done here on my laptop using my mobile hotspot. That's how I get my internet, through Verizon. And Winston's been chilling in his playpen. What's nice is that since he's a small doggo, even though it's windy out, the wall of the playpen is enough to kind of block it. So he is having a nice day while I get my work done. Successfully so far. And you know, it's even though it's windy, what's great is that it's not dusty because we've had rain recently and it's really been enough to settle it down. So although the wind is blowing, there's no blowing dust, at least not around my camp. Y'all, I was so happy to read this morning that Schoolypalooza is happening again in January 23rd through 29th. And so there was a lot of drama at Schoolypalooza this last year that happened at the beginning of February. And because there were like permit issues and location issues and all this stuff, and it was just really bad. So anyways, this event company basically came in and took over Schoolypalooza. And they said that this year, the biggest Schoolypalooza, like the ultimate Schoolypalooza, is the one that happens here in Arizona, in Ehrenberg, which is just 20 minutes west of Quartzsite, literally 5 minutes from Blythe on the California border. And it's my favorite like event of the year because it's literally a place where people just show up and it's just hippies from all over the country, and we just have bonfires and party and raves and like all of these super fun things, and it's just like a gathering of the freest people. And recently, Schoolypalooza announced that they were working with this event and it was going to be paid and there were going to be vendors and it was going to be organized and all this stuff. And like, other people like me were super disappointed. Like, well, that's it. That just ruins it. Like, it's not going to be what it's always been, which is just a gathering of free people wanting to live their lives. Like, at Schoolypalooza, like, people barter, right? It's like that. It's like we make trades for goods at Schoolypalooza. And I just saw the announcement this morning that they heard the people. They heard the people. And so now it's being called Schoolypalooza, the Ungathering. And sorry, I have like a hair in my face. And it's going to be the same as it has always been. And it's not going to be paid, and it's not going to be organized, and it's not going to be all these things they said it was going to be. So now it's back to being normal. Thank you, God. So January 23rd through 29th, I will absolutely be at Schoolypalooza doing that because it is my favorite event of all time. And I look forward to seeing a lot of my friends and just doing what I love to do and participating in drum circles and doing all those things. So if you are going to Schoolypalooza in January between the 23rd and 29th, I will see you there. I brought Winston's playpen and my chair on the other side of my van because it's blocking us from the wind, so it's warmer over here and we have more sun. Not bad to get a different view, but yeah, it's shaded on the other side of my van now, so with that wind it got chilly. Amanda, will you be at the RTR or the WRTR? Guys, probably not. Sorry to disappoint you. I first started going to the RTR when it was held on Skadden-Wash BLM land, back when it was just like a huge like gathering of nomads, but it outgrew that, which is great. I love to see it. But last year it became like an organized event in Quartzsite. And I have to say about Bob Wells, I adore Bob Wells. I love him so much. I was on Bob Wells' channel, Cheap RV Living. He interviewed me in March of 2021, but my interview was published in December 2021. I already had my silver van then, but when it was published, I was still in, or I was interviewed by him when I was in my red van. So the interview is in my red Dodge Grand Caravan, and obviously a lot has changed since that interview, but I am on his channel. But anyways, I actually spoke at the WRTR last year, and to be honest with you guys, it's just not really my jam anymore. As much as I love Bob and everything that he does in Homes on Wheels Alliance, and I think it's absolutely amazing, it's just a different crowd, and it's not really for me anymore. The crowd is just, it's much older than me, and granted, like, some of my best nomad friends are literally like 40 years older than me, but it's just a different crowd, and it's become it's just different now. So I don't plan on being there this year. I might stop by with Winston during the RTR for like half a day or something, just like walk around and say hi to people. I don't really know. I haven't decided yet, especially because I do plan on spending the entire week at Schoolypalooza, which is the next week. But I mean, I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that, but it's just not really my jam anymore. I miss when it was just a big party out in the desert, and it's just really not that anymore. So I think it's really beneficial for people who are new to this life, who are new to Quartzsite, who are new to nomad life, those who are looking to make friends and connections. The RTR and WRTR is fantastic for those things, but I'm just not there anymore. It's just not really my jam anymore. So I don't see myself attending in January, but again, I do recommend it if you are new and you want to learn, because you will learn a lot. And I absolutely love Bob and everything that he does for the community. We just made dinner and I cleaned up, so now we are in the van warming up a little bit. As the sun's going down and some clouds came out, it got a little bit chilly. And I have sweaters for Winston, but he doesn't prefer them, so I just decided to get him in the van for a little bit. It's around 5 p.m. and honestly, he might be tired for the rest of the day, but I'll probably take him out potty one more time. I'm watching Home Alone right now. I don't know, I was like in the mood to watch Home Alone, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just streaming it, and yeah, that's it. That's the excitement. Winston slept until 9 this morning. I was up like an hour before him. I was watching Instagram Reels and he just like did not want to get out of bed. He was so cozy in the down blanket, but making my coffee now. It's nice and still this morning, so it's super warm and cozy in the sun. Time to do our morning routine things, huh, Bubba? Good boy. I haven't made my bed or anything this morning, so this is what it looks like when we just got up. I made my coffee. I have my devices charging, and also just put out my solar. It is such a beautiful morning because it's really still, so the sun is just keeping us nice and warm. It said it was, my forecast said it was 37 when we woke up this morning, but it really didn't feel like it. We were so warm and cozy in the van, so the down blanket is making a massive, massive difference. Winston just really wanted to be on this side of the van. I think it has something with the little shift in the breeze this morning. So I brought his little blanket over, despite him having like his playpen and the rug. I brought his blanket over so he could just, you know, sit on that instead of the rocks and the dirt. Huh, good boy. Very happy desert chihuahua right now. A question I get quite a bit is about loneliness. Amanda, do you get lonely? And that's a very valid question, especially because, I mean, there's literally nobody around me. The answer is no, I don't get lonely. I'm an introvert and I love to be alone. I find a lot of power and empowerment in being alone. It's a skill that I've kind of gained, right? And I've had to work on, but I have a lot of peace when I'm alone. But if I do have moments where I'm lonely, I mean, remember, my home base is only 90 minutes away. So I have that. But if I'm out here and I get lonely, literally going into town and like going to the tents and walking around and going to the restaurants, like you can make so many friends, you can talk to people, everybody's so kind and friendly out here. That's one of the things that draws me out here. It's like if I'm getting lonely, I'll just go to the tents and like talk it up with some people. It's that easy. Also, I have a lot of friends that stay around. Most of my friends like to stay at the LTVAs and I don't. But if I wanted to hang out with some people, go to a gathering, go to a bonfire, whatever, I would just go to an LTVA and hook up with some of my friends. I have a lot of close friends that come out to Quartzsite from around the country, and I do camp with them on BLM land, but I have a very select group of people that I do that with. So yeah, loneliness is very easy to curb. When I first started van life out here in Quartzsite, I didn't want to camp alone at all, so I made friends very quickly. Just, by introducing myself and camping around others. So if that's you, I recommend going to a busier BLM location like Plamosa Road, which is always like popping with people, or going to an LTVA because there are tons of people there and you can easily make friends. Getting some sun. Oh, sorry. Sorry to disturb your slumber. Solar-powered Chihuahua. I normally don't have my Jackery sitting there, but I've been like charging up my devices, so yeah, it's sitting there. But oh, here's my new bag for my rug. But anyways, here's my van all cleaned up. Sorry, that sun glare is crazy, but cleaned up. Thankfully, it has not been dusty, so it's been really easy to manage. Everything looking good, looking good. Oh man, I just love all my little decorations, even though I still have my fall flowers up with my penguins. I love it. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video and hanging out with me and Winston. We truly appreciate you. Be sure to like this video. Give us a subscribe if you are interested in van life and doggos and minimalism, and we will see you next time.